Mayor Cantrell won at least a temporary victory in her fight with the city council over the ban on city-funded travel.
Chris Joseph joins us now, and Chris, the judge did this without a hearing today.
Yes, so we were in the courtroom, out of the courtroom, back in the courtroom. It took about 3 hours, and the ruling effectively only pauses it for about 10 days. But it does really hammer home a deeper wedge between Mayor LaToya Cantrell and the council over issues of education funding and ultimately government power. Tuesday afternoon, City Council President J.P. Morrell spent 3 hours in Orleans Parish Civil Court. He waited to hear arguments that never came.
I think it's completely and utterly ridiculous.
Judge Marissa Huda-Barrett's clerk told attorneys for the mayor and city council the judge signed off on a temporary restraining order against a travel ban that Morrell had championed. The ordinance prohibited elected leaders and city employees from engaging in or being reimbursed for non-essential travel, which included conferences. Last week, Mayor LaToya Cantrell traveled to the Yale Mayor's College Conference, kicking off a war of words and the threat of a council investigation. This morning, she challenged the ban in court.
For the mayor to not veto an ordinance and then hire a bunch of lawyers to then argue it versus actually going through the process, it's breathtakingly bad. And it's a terrible precedent set by the courts today.
The judge read the pleadings. The judge came to the conclusion that the burden necessary to meet the need for a temporary restraining order was met.
Attorney Charles Rice was one of at least 4 attorneys Cantrell hired. He declined to say how he's getting paid. Cantrell's legal team argued the ban violates the city charter, is unconstitutional, and is retaliation against the mayor.
That the council again is overstepping its bounds. The council again is attempting to usurp executive authority.
The council unanimously voted for the ban after Cantrell backed out of a deal to pay Orleans Parish Schools $90 million over 10 years, arguing in part the city can't afford it. Morrell provided the journalists in attendance Cantrell's travel itinerary from the conference. They show Cantrell traveled from March 9th to March 13th, despite the conference only running from the 10th to the 11th. Additionally, they showed the conference offered a complimentary stay at the Yotel for 2 nights, but Cantrell booked the Hotel Washington at $519 a night. It's unclear what, if any, part of Cantrell's lodging Yale reimbursed.
We've been reaching out to Yale to try and figure out what the heck is going on.
Cantrell posted photos of her meetings with Congressman Troy Carter and Senator Bill Cassidy on March 12th. We've asked for more information on those meetings. Now, in a statement, the mayor's office argued the council had exceeded its authority. A follow-up hearing on the restraining order is scheduled for March 28th in front of a different judge, so we'll see how that shakes out.
Chris, has the mayor's office said anything about why she didn't just veto this?
No, we have posed that question to them, no word yet, but ultimately it may not have even mattered. Remember, the vote was unanimous, so if she had vetoed it, she would have needed 3 council members to switch their votes, and that might have been a big lift, so might not matter at this point.
Good point. All right.